I will say Noem does have experienced striking fear in the hearts of terrorists. Wait, I read that wrong. Terriers. Fear in the hearts of terriers.
Donald Trump scraping the bottom of the barrel for his cabinet appointments is having some unexpected consequences. Department of Homeland Security chief and puppy murderer Kristi Noem, colloquially known as Ice Barbie, is not only in way over her head in her position, as we'll see, she's also reportedly so bad at her job that she can't keep staffers from quitting on her, as we'll see in this humiliating bombshell report. But credit where credit is due, folks. This woman is accomplishing what even Doge struggled to do by making federal employees quit of their own volition. And after hearing what they had to go through, I'm honestly surprised they just quit and didn't ask Noem to put them down like she did her puppy. No dogs were harmed in the making of this video, but if you don't like and subscribe, I can't make any promises.
They're eating the dogs.
Now, we'll get to the hell her employees had to go through in a second, but Noem herself has been having a bit of a rough time as well recently.
Kristi Noem, the nation's Homeland Security Secretary, she had trouble answering really basic questions about a fundamental right guaranteed in our Constitution. Take a listen.
What is habeas corpus?
Well, habeas corpus is a constitutional right that the president has to be able to remove people from this country and suspend their right to.
Let me stop you, ma'am.
Suspend their
habeas
right
corpus, excuse me, that's incorrect.
Do you know what section of the Constitution the suspension clause of habeas corpus is in?
I do not. Nope.
Do you know which article it is in?
No, I do not, sir.
Yeah, maybe if Ice Barbie spent a little less time telling Trump how big his dick is, she'd actually know what the she's talking about.
Your leadership at the border, absolutely remarkable.
Mr. President, oh, thank you so much. Your dick is so big.
Meritocracy, government, or the holding of power by people selected on the basis of their ability. Meritocracy is a society governed by merit.
Habeas corpus, you have the body. It is the government taking someone and imprisoning them without due process, and that's what it prevents. That's what it's there for.
Yes, it allows people to challenge their detention.
Challenge their detention to make sure that the government is justified in taking people. And the fact that the Homeland Security Secretary had no clue what it was as she's snatching bodies.
Almost thought it was the opposite.
Yeah, and as if what's happening in public isn't bad enough, listen to what's happening behind closed doors. Kristi Noem's obsession with tracking down leakers in her department has led to an exodus of employees who would rather quit than listen to threats or be subjected to intrusive polygraph tests. According to a bombshell report from the Wall Street Journal, Noem and her top advisor, Corey Lewandowski, have been forcing Department of Homeland Security employees to take intrusive polygraph tests since back in February. The report labels what's going on behind closed doors at the agency as a fishing expedition, with many saying the seeming randomness has created a chilling effect inside the department. Because who needs to interrogate terrorists when you could just interrogate your own employees instead? The report notes that some interrogations that have taken place in a small interrogation room in Virginia with a one-way mirror have lasted up to 4 hours, and that has helped lead to an exodus from the department. Some employees have been placed on administrative leave following their polygraphs, while others have resigned rather than take the exams. And apparently it is now a routine threat within the DHS to be subject to these polygraph tests. And while there's no reporting on what the interrogation questions are that these people are being asked, I can guarantee you it's not what is habeas corpus.
Habeas corpus is the foundational right that separates free societies like America from police states like North Korea.
And as if this and her being in over her head wasn't bad enough just for the employees alone, it's now affecting you too. One DHS analyst sounded the alarm bell saying with her focus turned almost exclusively toward executing President Donald Trump's mass deportation policy at all costs, the Department of Homeland Security has become a threat to our rights and our liberties, many of which Noem apparently doesn't even know Americans possess. Also adding, Noem's apparent ignorance is cause for mockery, yes, but also for alarm. The dread of seeing a loaded firearm in the hands of someone entirely unsure how it works.
Now I'm doing a gun giveaway of my own, but for Americans only. I want you to win this .50 caliber rifle that Democrats will ban if they keep the House next year.
Quote, the $50,000 Rolex flashing on her wrist while she posed in front of incarcerated men at a mega prison in El Salvador smacked of callous cruelty. And the theft of her bag, along with $3,000 cash and her work badge while she was sitting in a Washington restaurant, was peak irony for a top security official.
Kristi Noem was at a restaurant, got her bag stolen, right? And I don't know, it is wild, okay, because then you have to... Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to put this. Okay, so then when you report your bag as stolen, right, and you got to list the contents of your bag, you know, her bag had her driver's license in it, had her passport in it, she had $3,000 in cash in her bag. $3,000 in American dollars, $3,000 in cash. What you doing, Kristi? That's $3,000. North American, South of Canada dollars. She had $3,000. That would make sense if this was like the 90s. You know, it's the 90s. You got it like that. You got 3,000 on you. You know, okay, you might see a food truck, want to treat the town. $3,000 in cash in 2025. $3,000 in the year of our Lord Apple Pay. If I had been the cop that she reported to, that the business, and she told me, listen in the back, oh, my DHS badge, my passport, my driver's license, so much stuff was in there. I had a couple of Jolly Ranchers, and oh yeah, $3,000 in cash. I'd be like, oh, do you rap or something? Like, why do you...
And while that is objectively hilarious, the callous disregard for human life and the erasure of our basic fundamental rights is not. And while I'm happy to see people quitting on her, we need to call this out, mock her, and spread awareness, because otherwise she's just going to refill those spots with sycophants, and she's going to be able to continue to do the same thing to human lives and rights that she did to her puppy Cricket.
She is going to kill me.
Thanks for watching, folks. Drop a like and subscribe to join the Really American Resistance and fight back against MAGA and the Trump regime. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse. I'll see you guys in the next one.